Okay, Coach. Well, the road ends here. It has been a wild, often unpredictable 2019 season, and now it's time for the greatest spectacle in all of sports. Super Bowl 54 from Miami. You know, this town has played host to 10 Super Bowls in the past, and tonight we write chapter number 11. And what a matchup we've got. Tonight it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Cincinnati Bengals taking on the NFC champions for the very first time, the Detroit Lions. With my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, this may be, I don't know, the most unlikely Super Bowl run we've seen in a long time. You think about it, the Bengals had not won a playoff game since January of 1991, yet here they are, the AFC champs.
And sometimes you just get on a good run, and it works out very well for you. But remember, they've been to the Super Bowl twice in their history prior. Super Bowl 16 and 23. Unfortunately, they ran into who both times?
That's Joe Montana, right?
Right, and the 49ers. And the second time, in the exact same stadium we're in today, right here in Miami. So here's their chance for redemption, trying to get that done. And they had their chances before. Boomer Esiason was their quarterback. Ickey Woods running the football. But now this team, they have a chance to write their own history in this big game.
Meanwhile, it's probably a day that a lot of folks in the Motor City thought would never arrive. And we all know the numbers. One playoff win since the NFL championship game of 1957. That was still 10 full years before the first Super Bowl. But here are these Lions playing for the Lombardi Trophy.
And this is such a big deal that normally you see fans like this, these long-suffering fan bases, that have the T-shirts after the team wins the big game that says, "Now I can die in peace." They're wearing that T-shirt already. Just getting to this game is enough for them because they've only won what?
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Geno Atkins drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And we'll see what he can do on the return. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Here's the first carry for Alex Collins. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From just shy of midfield, Dalton, and the catch good. It's Eifert, and he'll get it down here to the 43. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And some nifty running right away as he'll get this up past the 30. 12 yards that time, and a Cincinnati 1st down. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. And Dalton to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
He goes full extension, and he's got it.
When the spotlight is at its brightest, and let's face it, it's the Super Bowl, those types of plays come out, don't they?
Absolutely. A big-time catch on the biggest of stages.
Do you think that one's going to live on? We're going to see this for a long time.
Definitely going to live on forever with him, that's for sure.
No doubt.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Collins. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
It's 4th down.
Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Bullock's kick is good. 3 points, probably not going to win this Super Bowl, but at least you get something on the opening drive.
And it's certainly not going to lose it. So the bottom line is, come away with the points now, come back and get greedy later, and try and put it in the end zone.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them...
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Geno Atkins, now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Out of the gun, Stafford. Going for the deep ball. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Nothing after 1 on EA Sports. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Super toe.
52, 93, 44.
On second down now, Bernard. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Dalton now to pass. Over the middle, it's complete. His second catch in the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target. Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up third down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a catch, but still, no yardage. Okay.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 21. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Fakes the give to Bernard. Dalton. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Trey Flowers able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. Now from the 9, here's second and goal. Now Dalton. And he's got it. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up third and about 6. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. 2 minutes even on the clock in the first half of Super Bowl 54. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. On first down, they go option to the right. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
Now, that was a designed run. Now, remember, if a quarterback goes feet first, he's protected. But if he dives head first, he's not. On that play, he figured the risk was worth the reward.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Second and 5 now. Stafford, he'll get this one to Galladay. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, third and 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists. And
he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Punching it in from a yard away as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. The Bengals drive about to get going. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So we've reached halftime here in the 2020 Super Bowl, Super Bowl 54. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. The never-tedious halftime show behind us, and now it's back to football as we get going again in Super Bowl 54. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up a third down.
93, 52, 93, 44, 44. There you go. Mike, check Alpha.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Got his man, it's Eifert. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Dalton's going to sneak it. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. They'll start by running the option to the right.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On second down, it's Johnson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Lions have taken the lead. Prater on to add the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Now Stafford. Got his man, T.J. Hockenson. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
Well, they were in the red zone, and they needed a first down. Was it a surprise to you that they went to the tight end?
Not at all. I thought, though, the defense might put a little more pressure on him, but still able to complete it. Throwing to Stafford. Complete. It's Johnson. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Prater for the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Again, here's Bernard. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Dalton here from the gun. Short pass, Eifert on the receiving end. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Dalton to his big target, Eifert for the Cincinnati first.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Andy Dalton now 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. That's first and 10. Here's Dalton. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Bengals 10.
Looking to throw again on second down. Dalton. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down. Now Dalton with a first and 10. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now the Bengals on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Orlando Scandrick.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They'll run it with Johnson. Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
Alert! 260! Monday!
Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 37. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Yeah, I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And a second truck move.
Can anyone tackle this guy?
19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. They'll run with McKissick. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, break into football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause of the action. A timeout here defensively. And I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal. Here we go with Johnson. He's fighting, but they're not going to let him in. Stopped at the 2-yard line. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And that will force a turnover on downs. They'll start on the ground here with Bernard. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Darius Slay with a pick, and he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line. Well, they were obviously backed up, had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still trying to throw it, and...
Yeah, exactly. If this were hindsight as 2020 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise them and catch them off guard. Instead, you've created a turnover and put your defense in a bad spot.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Here's Johnson. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal.
No gain on the play. Brings up 4th
Here comes
and
the
goal.
boom. I see you, boy. I see you.
And the Lions, yes, the Detroit Lions have won the Super Bowl. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.